So welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand. True Blue Thai here from Thailand. I hope you're doing well. It's one at it in Thailand and it's a Sunday and I'm in my little basement again, so it's so nice to talk to you again, and because we start when the second part of the season is starting today at today for instance we're playing at home against Everton. So welcome back to the ladies, welcome back to you guys, welcome back. So nice to talk to you again. I do apologise. Anyway, so welcome back. I'm True Blue Thai. If you don't know me, for instance, I talk to you about the men and the ladies as well, for instance. And this is my preview of the game, for instance, of what's happened with the ladies. So it's Happy New Year to you all, and let's talk about the WSL, because we're 6 points clear of Chelsea, who are playing today as well. So for instance, they got a home game against Brighton, I believe. Arsenal played against the Rags yesterday. That was a 0-0. I think Arsenal were 1-0 up, etc. But it was who was disallowed. But it was so it's Man City at home against Everton, I would say 6 points clear. Listening to Andree's press conference, getting a bit of information. It appears that of the team as well. Congratulations also to Andree winning his third in a row. Manager of the month for the WSL in November, as well as the Man City's own personal. Plus also, and also, for instance, Buddy Shaw, who also won the WSL Player of the Month as well. So, for instance, so it's all looking good for Man City at the moment, really is. And we're coming back in. The girls are back now, training, all now dressing up in nice little pink training kits like the men. So we'll be going to the game today at the Joie Stadium. Good luck. I think there's a lot of advertising at the moment about the Chelsea game, because that's going to be the big game, isn't it, with the Joie Stadium. If we can come over with Chelsea, if we can continue. There was I think there was a chat by one of the journalists asked Andree, because again, for instance, we had the great momentum. Going in, we've won every single game apart from the first one against Chelsea, which was a lucky win by Chelsea as far as I was concerned, and for them and then Man City just gone on this fantastic run, and where we haven't lost. Winning the FA Cup and also the League Cup. I'm doing well there, for instance. So it's been great at the moment, great season, and scoring a lot of goals. You've got Bunny getting 100th, and then you've got Vivian, and then we've got Fujio, and then we've got Little Huey, and then we've got so many players, Lauren coming back, Eskitterin scoring, Emma scoring as well. So for instance, and the goals have been going in. Caroline's back now. She was scoring the goals as well when she come back on her debut, so we've missed her. And the actual confidence in the side has got going through brilliantly at the moment. And he was asked yesterday about the side, and for instance the fact that for instance, what about momentum? And again, for instance, Everton. I remember when we beat we beat Everton just in November in Liverpool, Everton. For instance, at the the Goodison Park, who the Everton girls have taken over. 1-0 up. Was it 1-1, and Man City won to go 2-1. No, was it 2-1 and 2-1? Yeah, it was a tricky game. And again, for instance, we get the table. You've got to be going to every game, etc. With professional. For instance, and even though, say, for instance, like Liverpool, the bottom of the league, etc., and Everton are just slightly above them, you can't walk into this game thinking it's going to be a forward conclusion. So momentum. Man City had the momentum, so now we've got to regain that momentum back. I don't think for a second we've lost it. and but the quality and the players that the training is going well as well since these from what Andree was saying, and let's see what we can get out of this game. You know, for instance, if we can get back onto again, because again, even though we're 6 points clear, a couple of bad results, etc. We'll we can get Chelsea back on, because they're probably determined now to get back into winning ways, etc. And we get them back on Man City's tail. So, but I've got every confidence in Andree and the way he's managing the players and the new players, and for instance, coming back, and absolutely superb. Anyway, so I believe, for instance, it was asked about Fujio, etc., but I don't think she's quite there yet. So she's quite fit enough to actually be in the starting lineup, etc. But I think we've got cover at the moment for Gina, but she's a very important player for us. Let's go through a few things, etc. about the game. So Brian Sorensen believes Everton women need to focus on themselves if they have a chance to against Man City this weekend, as the Blues kick off the 2026 with a trip to Joie Stadium at the the WSL leaders. The Toffees have a number of absentees, and we're out Rion Izagawa, who's out for the weekend with sickness. Hilkaru Kitagawa is being assessed after her feeling her hamstring during training. Elsie Stenwick, Megan Finlay and Lucy Hope are still unavailable. So they've got quite a few out at the moment. I think we've got Mary Fowler, Virginio and a couple of others, etc. who are out at the moment, but I didn't get a full injury update. The versatile Kate Robertson will also not field for the Royal Blues this weekend after the 23-year-old returned to Aston Villa following her loan spell with Goodison, in which she made 12 appearances for the Blues. Speaking in the press conference, Sorensen discussed the January transfer window and insists that while the club is looking to do good business, it won't be a major turnover, with Dana Pure focused on an extremely hard game against Andree Yegelet's tabletop inside. The league's highest goal scorer, City, with just one reverse in the 11 games. The Citizens will take some stopping as they look to end the dominance of Chelsea and claim their first WSL title since 2016. And since the West London outfit bested Man City in September, Yegelet's side has been on a relentless streak in which sees them establish a 6-point lead on top of the top, while also booking a place in the Women's League Cup semi-final, and also in the FA Cup. A league full of quality. Khadija Bonishaw yet again tops the goal scoring charts, although both Miedemeier and Fujino also has not been found shy of being found in the back of the net. Former Toffees and England's veteran Alex Greenwood is still, I think she get an MBE, so congratulations to Alex Greenwood on your MBE. It's also still at the peak of the defensive powers, while fellow England star Lucy Combs continues to mentor the many rising stars throughout the City team. A one-sided rivalry where that turned in its head in December 2024 when goals from Hope and Honku Hashi scored Everton in a well-deserved victory over the Citizens in Walton Hall Park. Sorenside will go on to claim 4 points over it's the previous meetings. Yes, exactly. So Go went to 2 months later the Goodison Park. I think it's gone through that. But Everton women take Man City Joie on Sunday 11th. The game is right. Okay, but sorry, I was just waffling on a bit there. That was an Everton website which I was looking at. So let's have a read in which on what for instance Andree's been asked. Andree concerned Fujino will be unavailable for City's game. Japanese international didn't feature in previous 5-1 victory over West Ham in the Subway Cup. That came as she was forced off in our league win over Aston Villa on the Sunday the 14th of September. The game starts at 12 o'clock. Sorry, I do apologise. I did have it. I've got it all the information. I've got it on my thumbnail, etc. I don't know why. I keep thinking 3 o'clock. I think it's my body. All these games are a strange signing because I've got, I think, Thai time as well. So, to me, 12 o'clock. I think it's 7 o'clock in Thailand, etc. Guys, I'm getting old. But the Swedish explained that there is no added additional injuries to the City ranks ahead of the weekend's clash at the Joie Stadium, which is good to know. We'll take it week by week and see how she's coping and see how it's going and see the date. No, I would not like to say whether when she'll be back. Hopefully available soon. Okay. So Mary Fowler is on her way back. She was asked about her. She had the ACL last season against the Rags, etc. In the FA Cup final, for instance, and Wales when City went out. Shocking injuries last season, and just like the men as well, it was scuba dive completely out the entire season. But we're having a good amount of players in session. Session loading so as well. So she's through her rehabilitation, Mary Fowler, at the moment, and so she's getting back, into her stride again. So but it's again just like Rodri, these ACLs, they're going to take a long time. It's all right getting the ACL being being cured, but you, for instance, it's all about, for instance, rehabilitation, kicking the ball again, and for instance, and also you've got to get used to using your muscles, and just like Rodri, you've got a hamstring afterwards, and you're slowly coming back, etc. But so I wish Mary well. Since she's been working club closely with the medical staff on a rehabilitation. So it's a tricky part. So we'll see. Probably looks like the future was go about Mary, for instance, and when she will be back. So let's just have a quick look about anything else, about any games today. So, for instance, I'm not quite sure. For instance, I was going to do a team. I would expect probably be the same, very similar teams as what's going to the last game against West Ham. Not but again, we'll see. I expect Buddy to tour. I bet Laura to yes. But again, Vivian didn't play last time, etc. But got Aston Villa against Brighton. Got Chelsea against West Ham. Oh, it was West Ham, not Brighton. And City against Everton, Spurs against Leicester, and Liverpool against London City. So So with again, for instance, with Everton, we sit first, etc. They sit 10th. We got 30 points. They've got 8. Again, you can't really discontent. Everton's recent form, got beat by Arsenal 3-1. Beat Chelsea 1-0. That was that fantastic result for them. Absolutely, against. I was actually shocked on that one. They lost against Chelsea. Lost against both Merseyside clubs now. That's the reason why Man City are top of the league. They beat Chelsea 1-0. They beat Newcastle 3-1. At Newcastle against Chelsea. Was at Chelsea, wasn't it? And also, for instance, but they lost against West Ham 3-1, and again, for instance, they lost against Man City in November 2-1 at Goodison Park. So the heads-to-heads, City, for instance, lead at 32-14. Again, it looks everything about Man City to win, but again, these things. Played 31 games. Man City won 27. Chelsea, Everton's won 3, drawn 1. So again, the last previous meetings, Man City 2-1. Previous meeting at the Etihad for 24th September, City won 3-1, and then there was 1-1 draw after that. But again, we can't take anything for granted. And for instance, again with with Everton. So for instance, we'll see how the girls get on today. So, but I'm excited about the game, and about seeing the return of the WSL. So for instance, again, we're all coming down to the cause we're in the Champions League anymore. So for instance, and so we can fully focus on the win this league. But I think we've got where we're playing at the moment. Great to get Fujio back, but with Caroline, Vivian, Bunny, Lauren, Emma. I could go on about our squad at the moment. It's just looking really, really good, and for instance, and hopefully we can regain back our for instance form again. I've no doubt about it. It's been great. So it's not going to be easy, but I'm going for I'm going to go for Manchester City 3, Everton 1. So yeah, and if you go to the game, to the Joie Stadium, enjoy the game. Hopefully the weather was nice, like the men was yesterday with their 10-1 victory. But very tricky. You never know these games. These FA Cup games. Again, you can't take any team for granted, and regardless of who you're playing. Look at Crystal Palace against Exeter, Notts Forest or the Rags losing. Grimsby Town with on the men's side, and with the ladies again. For instance, I expected Chelsea to beat Everton for instance at home at Stamford Bridge, and then only to lose. And so there you go. So we can't take anything for granted. I don't think you will. Andree is a very professional man, very smart man. He's impressing me day by day, and I've got no doubt Man City will come away with the points. So, and I'll be speaking to you tomorrow about it with our player ratings, and hopefully, for instance, we've extended our top of the WSL, and really looking forward to the game. So, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. So, like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Are you going to the game? For instance, is there anything you'd like me to do in my presentations about the game a little bit more? Again, for instance, I'm always trying to expand my WSL chat. And for instance, our city chat. So, for instance, and if you can ask me any question you like, apart from as long as it's nice. You can ask me about Thailand if you want. If you're coming to Thailand, and so a bit chilly at the moment for me in Thailand. I tell you about. I know it's about lows. It's about 28, 29 degrees. But it gets quite cold in the evening at 20 degrees. Bakalakum, January in Thailand, so it's always cold, you know. So, but no, you may think we've only got -3, but how come you're cold? But yeah, for instance, it's not the for instance, I'm used to about 30, 40 degrees. I was running, ran for about 3 hours yesterday. I don't know, the day before. Day before yesterday. Was it yesterday? Sorry. Yesterday. It was yesterday. I ran for about 3 or 4 hours. 3 hours, and came back, and normally I go straight into a shower, and for instance, because I was sweating, but no, I was fine, perfectly fine. It's only running a bit of sweat down here. Anyway, guys, gonna love you and leave you. True Blue Tag from Thailand. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking, what's on your mind. Always like to hear and welcome new people to the family, Man City family. And we'll come to the boys are on a great season, the ladies are on a great season. It's great being a blue, and I've always thought this T-shirt was going to be a winner this season, and it appears it is. And good luck to the ladies, good luck to Andree and the guys, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, hopefully with 3 points. So we can.